Hey, welcome to the No Name Yet podcast. That is the podcast with no name. And on tonight's show is the fan favorite from Iron Sharpens Iron, EJ.
That's right, it's me. I'm the best.
And also on tonight's show is the podcaster of all podcasters, the guy who would sell himself on the corner for a little Texas Roadhouse.
That is true. I would do that.
Griddy!
That's the one fact you said that was true. I would do that. Very true.
Well, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
You brought the New Year well.
I am very happy.
All right.
That
Pharrell?
this is the season finale of the No Name Yet podcast. Yes,
Which season is this? The first one?
this is the fourth.
Bro, you behind as hell.
Yeah, I joined the crew late, man. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm looking forward to the break,
The big break.
the big break.
A big break.
And
What
I'm
are you
looking
planning to do with yourself?
well, I'm not sure yet.
You're going to be anointed?
I'm not anointed. I'm going to be ordained.
Yes, that's right.
Oh,
Be ordained a priest in the Catholic Apostolic Church of North America.
Very
Uh-oh.
important. Very special.
I'm looking forward to that.
That's right. That's what they
Yeah.
do.
I don't know how you don't stumble over all that. You like someone's gonna be asking you, like, "Hey, like you're a priest?" Like, "Yeah, I'm a priest for blah 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 blah." blah."
Because he's used to it. Secondhand.
Yeah, you get used to explaining because you have to explain. So anyhow, so the No Name Yet podcast will be back on Saturday, February 17th.
February 17th.
And then we'll be looking
17.
for an Iron Sharpens Iron on the 24th. So I'm going to keep the every other week schedule and see how we do in the 5th season of No Name Yet. So let's just jump into things right now, and
Let's just jump right in.
what I thought that I would share with you is a list from the CIA-run magazine Rolling Stone.
That's right.
Okay.
Everybody
And,
loves Rolling Stone.
And we have to
Are
acknowledge
they the ones that put like serial killers on there all the time? Or who's that?
I don't know.
Is that Rolling Stone? Who's the one that always puts like bombers and stuff on there?
Is that
Is it Rolling Stone?
No,
They always put
maybe.
They always put like killers on. You know that magazine that does that, right?
I don't read, so
You know what I'm talking about? Like they put like Charles Manson and like I don't know, like the Unabomber on there. They put like the Boston bomber on there, and then people
No,
get
I
pissed
don't-
that they do that.
I don't know. All right. Well, anyhow, this is Rolling Stones. You're not familiar with the magazine Rolling Stone?
Who,
I've
me?
heard of them. I just don't read.
Yeah, it used to be a big magazine when I was coming up.
Yeah. They put the Boston bomber on the cover.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, and I feel like they did another one, and people were
Okay.
pissed about it.
All
I
right.
feel like they put another killer on there. Okay, I know it wasn't
Yeah,
true.
they've been controversial.
Very controversial.
I
They
don't
never
know.
put Putin on the cover though. They should have put Putin
They
on the
probably
cover. Why
wouldn't
not?
now, but
To be fair, come on, you gotta admit he'd pull it off. You know, he's just shirtless on his.
That's what I'm
horse
saying. Why not
like
put
a gun
with
or
on the
something.
horse? The picture of him on the horse, looking
Without,
buff.
yeah, 'cause
They put that scrawny kid that bombed people on there. You got to come on, throw Putin on there. Somebody like that.
okay. So are you ready to hear this list from Rolling Stone?
yeah. Sorry.
So this says we've covered the best movies of the year, the best TV shows of the year, and the best performances of the year. We even gave you a list for the most overlooked movies of the year.
I'm sure they
but
were all
we
the best.
saved the worst for last.
Oh
All
boy.
right, let's hear
While
this.
it's been an impressive year for movies from blockbusters like Barbie and Oppenheimer, breathing life into the box office to filmmaking legends, um, Miyazaki, The Boy and the Heron, and Scorsese, Killers of the Flower Moon. Have you heard of any of those two
Never,
movies?
never,
Nah.
Neither have I. Proving
never.
their genius hasn't faded, there has also been plenty of
Bless you.
stinkers, not just from the
Here we
Marvel movie
go.
factory. Narrowing the list to 10 worst movies of the year proved trying given the sheer volume of duds we're subjected to this year.
They better not start with me.
Blah, 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 whatever.
They're doing the worst movies.
They're doing the worst movies.
All right, let's hear them.
So number 10
Let's hear what they say.
is 65.
Never heard of it.
I've
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
So blockbuster featuring Adam Driver as a rogue space explorer fighting dinosaurs.
Oh my god.
Do I have to read any more?
No, please.
Okay.
No, please don't.
So
Space dinosaurs?
Darth
Please.
Vader's prodigy is now shooting space dinosaurs.
Sounds like something Clay and Eddie would watch, though. Sounds like something they would sit around
Yeah, I
and
might
watch.
watch it. I might check it out.
And I would just pass out.
Okay. Number 9, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania.
Really?
Yes.
How did you feel about that?
I thought it was okay.
Mm.
I wouldn't watch it again.
Oh, okay. I don't remember the reaction from that.
Yeah, so there was a time not long ago when every Marvel movie was greeted with rabid anticipation. That time is over. The Marvel Cinematic Universe's Phase 5 has been one stinker after the next. And it all began with this visually drab jumble of a movie that excised all the fun banter that made Paul Rudd's Ant-Man likable. And whose sole purpose is to introduce the villain, John Major's Kang, who will now be replaced due to his alleged off-screen penchant of abusive behavior.
I think their writing is abusive behavior.
Okay.
I feel abused.
Would you say their writing made him go off the deep end?
No, I'm saying the Rolling Stone writing
Rolling
is abusing
Stone.
me.
Yeah. So the eighth worst movie, Heart of Stone.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it, and I've never heard of it. Have you heard of it, EJ?
Like,
Nope.
where are they getting these movies from?
Well, this is from Netflix. Has been desperately
Oh.
trying and failing
makes
to
sense.
get an action franchise off the ground. From Red Notice and the Russo brothers' anemic The Gray Man to this Mission Impossible knockoff starring Gal Gadot as an international agent who's been tasked with guarding the heart, an artificial intelligence system, lest it fall into the wrong hands.
The heart of the cards.
Unfortunately, the film has next to nothing to say about AI, while Godot and Jamie Doran deliver low energy paycheck performances.
Ooh, they're phoning it in for the check.
There's an explosion, and they're like, "Oh, that was so close.
Oh man,
We
that was
really
bad,
almost died
man.
that time."
So, are you ready for the next one?
Yes.
The Exorcist Believer.
Yo, you. I knew they were gonna start. I knew they were gonna start with this. I knew they were gonna put some hot movies on there. Get out of here. What could they have possibly said?
Not content with reviving the Halloween franchise before driving it into the ground with one poor sequel after another.
Some of that's true.
Some of that's true.
Some of that is true.
Director David Gordon Green was tasked with rebooting the Exorcist series of films with star Leslie Odom Jr. and the return of Ellen Burstyn's Chris McNeil, who I hope was paid handily for this. Unlike his new Halloween series, which offered a moderately exciting first chapter, this one lays an egg from the jump.
You see what I'm saying? Moderately exciting first one. The first one was really good.
Yeah,
Stop.
it was good.
Stop.
Good. As our critic David Fear wrote, you simply won't believe how The Exorcist believer somehow manages to get virtually nothing right about the whole endeavor. Not the jump scares or a sense of supernatural dread, not the subtext about the world falling apart and thus being primed for otherworldly evil, not the handling of Christian mythology, the concept of God, or even the real object of its worship, the IP itself.
Man, when she got her fucking eyes taken out with that cross, I don't care what anybody says. That was great. That movie was good. Okay?
I'm not a movie buff.
They're bugging.
I liked the movie as a standalone project.
That's right.
It did not inspire terror in my soul like the few parts of The Exorcist I've been able to see.
You've never seen the full
life.
Exorcist?
No, because I've the first time I ever went to sit down and watch it was in college, and I was so intoxicated I started vomiting in the big garbage cans on wheels in the
Wow.
student activity center, and everyone's like, "Get him out of here!"
Wow. You vomited just like Reagan.
I think it might have been in concert.
Ruining the party for everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the other times?
I've fallen asleep.
Yeah, because that movie is boring and overrated. Just you don't even need to see it, bro. Just go on YouTube and look up Exorcist best scene or like exorcism scenes or possession scenes. Just make a compilation of the girl possessed. There's the movie. The rest of it is the guy walking around. Oh, my mother, she's dying. Oh, I don't know what to do. I'm in a quandary right now. And they go, you need to have faith, my son. You need to have faith. Right. Boring, bro. The guy's taking. I don't want. The guy's taking the train for some reason. Like, I don't want to see that.
So similarly, you could do the same thing with Titanic. It's just
no. That's a great movie. Stop. That's
thread the scenes of them running through the ship.
No, the scenes of them running through the ship is 2 hours in. There's like 2 hours before that.
It's like an hour of them running through the ship.
It's not an hour. It's like 15 minutes.
That's what it felt like.
The band is playing while the ship is sinking. Does that not kill you emotionally? That is, they were playing till the end.
No.
Okay.
My heart is not moved.
Dude gets hit with the big pole in the freaking head.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, are you crazy?
Well, if you've lived as long as I have, you kind of get Titanic'd out.
I've seen that movie a million times as I was a child when I had no attention span. I've watched it multiple times. That was a great movie.
No, I mean just about talking about the Titanic.
Oh, well, who talks about it that much? Where do you go to?
Well, I mean, there used to be specials. There used to be investigations.
Really?
I mean,
oh yeah. Oh, if you're talking about the real tragedy, I don't like.
Yeah, I mean, they were looking for that ship.
Yeah,
forever.
They go down with the drone every. Every 2 years. It's the 65th anniversary. It's like, let's go down and see if we can find a silver spoon.
Who cares?
You already went down there.
I mean, I felt bad for those people 45 years ago.
Yeah. It's like enough.
I gotta keep doing it.
I think we're talking about the movie. Yeah, talk about the real thing.
Well, then they did the movie, and then I enjoyed the movie in the beginning, and then when they were running through the ship, I'm like, all right already.
Where's the Titanic video game, man?
He's cuffed to the pole, and you gotta hit it with the axe. Are you crazy? The water's swelling up. I mean, come on. That's a good last couple of minutes or hour. Didn't that with the fools that went down in the submarine? The fools besides the kid?
Oh,
they were going for the Titanic, right?
Is that what they were looking at?
Yeah, Titanic? Weren't they going to go to see Titanic?
Well, maybe.
I'm pretty sure they were going to go to the ruins. Like, bro, just go on fucking YouTube. They went down 15 times.
Yeah.
Every year on the History Channel. You guys ready to go down again? Here we go.
So the next movie, number 6. I never heard of it. I think I may have heard of it. Cat Person.
Nope.
No, sounds like an identification right now of what somebody identifies as in 2024.
It's a movie about furries.
I am a cat person.
Who taught you about that? Why do you know about that?
What's that?
Who taught you about that?
About cat people?
No, my man said furries. You don't need to know about those freaks.
Well,
I thought you was a furry.
Oh, no.
You're not into furries?
They don't.
Oh, I thought you was a furry. I thought you had a tail.
I
thought you had a tail
I have a tail?
I thought you had one of those tails at home.
Well, now there's furries showing up in elementary schools.
There's furries everywhere.
Oh, God.
I mean, and they're allowing students to urinate and defecate in what do you call those boxes again?
Litter box?
Like
litter boxes. Yeah.
What?
No, you gotta stop.
No, come on. That's insane. In
First,
school?
the kids want to be animals. Then they want to fuck animals.
I thought I saw an article about it.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Now they are.
My kid's getting pulled right out of that school.
Yeah, like wait. This is at school. There's just like a
at
box
school.
at the school,
right in the bathroom.
Trying to respect their
that'll be my
identification as animals. Which
that'll be my kid's last day in that school.
Last day, my kid wanted the last 5 minutes. I'd walk in and be like, "You guys got a cat in here?" No, that's for the kids.
All
right,
oh,
son,
I saw Johnny pissing in a litter box. They're not going back to school. Meanwhile, kids in China are doing like 2 levels math above them while they're bouncing 2 basketballs.
They're doing like quantum physics and shit.
They're bouncing basketballs, one in each hand. They're riding then they're on like a Segway. Like they're doing all this. They're doing like triple the amount of work as us.
Yeah. I didn't even read the description of cat person. Do we want to hear it?
Sure.
Go on into the next.
Sure.
You know, let's humor
Let's hear it. I have to hear what it's about.
All right. Kristen Panian's New Yorker short story about Margot, a 20-year-old college sophomore who has a regrettable sexual encounter with a 34-year-old man with a loose grasp on the truth and then feels his wrath when she doesn't respond to his text was an impressive encapsulation of the pitfalls of modern day dating, though its provenance raises some interesting questions. The decision to turn it into a heavy-handed social thriller and expand on its ending with the cliched man chases young women around the house horror sequence was a regrettable one, despite Emilia Jones and Nicholas Braun being well cast as its leads.
I've heard enough.
There's nothing wrong with somebody getting chased around a house. Those are always good scenes. Stop it. I love those.
Okay.
But I'm sure the movie sucks.
I had no idea that this was remade. I don't even know if you knew that it was remade.
I probably do. What is this?
5 is White Men Can't Jump.
Yeah, with Jack Harlow. You wouldn't catch me watching that. You'd never see me watching that.
Okay.
Do we even need to read the script?
No, I mean, I've seen the first one.
And that's where it should have stayed.
Yeah.
I'll just read the first sentence. Whose idea was it to remake Ron Shelton's 1992 cult classic starring a never better Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes into an unfunny mess with rapper Jack Harlow?
I agree.
I forgot that movie. Every time I see that it comes across on a clip, I go, I forgot they even made this. Like, why did they? I get traumatized all over again. I go, what? What?
All right, number 4.
Yo, if they put Five Nights at Freddy's on his list, bro,
you gotta relax. Just let him finish.
I feel like it's coming.
Number 4, Ghosted.
Never heard of it.
I've actually heard of it, but
very cliche, very cliche title though. I feel like
Chris Evans and Anna de Armas are too talented and too appealing to be stuck in this lifeless action rom-com about a DC honey farmer who meets a lovely woman at the farmer's market, only to discover that she's a deadly CIA operative known as the Tax Man. Naturally, they go off on an exciting and dangerous mission that involves her repeatedly saving his ass and him learning to man up. Too bad the mission is a colossal bore filled with mind-numbing action sequences, and these two somehow have zero chemistry together.
I was gonna watch this, and I just it eluded me. So I guess
It
maybe
sounds
I
like
won't.
it's a good thing you skipped it.
Yeah.
All
I remember when
right.
this came out.
Number 3 is You People.
Never heard of it.
I have heard of this movie.
Nope.
Um,
You people, huh?
This is Blackish creator Kenya Barris's second appearance in the top 5 of this list, since he also co-wrote the aforementioned White Men Can't Jump remake.
Oh, what a good track
no,
record.
it's
What a
already
good
not
track
good.
record he has.
And this contemporary spin on Guess Who's Coming to Dinner interracial
Oh, come on.
relationship formula somehow manages to produce not a single laugh, despite a cast that includes talented comedians Eddie Murphy, Jonah Hill, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Sam J, and Rhea Perlman. That's a good cast.
That is a good cast. How's it not funny?
It's cut like a sitcom with grating interstitials. Isn't sure whether or not it's a rom-com. Its kiss at the end between Hill and Lauren London is done with CGI for some reason.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was presents anti-Semitic conspiracy theories that go unchallenged, like the myth of Jews controlling the slave trade, and even features Andrew Schultz, one of the hackiest stand-up comics going.
I did like this movie. I remember this now. I did like this movie.
You saw it and you liked it.
Yeah, I liked this movie. I thought it was funny. Yeah, I thought there was I don't think I laughed like out loud. I think Eddie Murphy was the funniest part. I think Jonah Hill had like a few funny things. I thought it was good. I really did. I wasn't in love with it. I know Mo, I think he really liked it.
Okay.
I thought it was nice. I wouldn't ever watch it again, but I thought it was good.
Okay.
The CGI kiss was like come on.
What was that? I mean,
they made him kiss with CGI. They didn't do it for real for some crazy reason.
They didn't pay her enough to get
like
kissed.
Isn't that what acting's about? Like I've never heard of a CGI kiss in my life.
That's strange.
Welcome to.
I mean, I can understand the CGI when people are smoking on screen now, but
no, I can't either. I don't know about that.
What do you mean? They're not willing to.
They have fake. They have fake.
Months.
They have fake cigarettes.
Yeah, they do CGI for exhaling smoke all the time.
They do fake cigarettes, bro. Like this man easy.
So
what was it for that?
What was that woman's name? Was her first name Marion? She played Mrs. Cunningham on Happy Days, and she came on. I don't know if it was that '70s show or it was another sitcom, and she came on as the grandmother, and she was just smoking up a storm, and the way they did the CGI was hilarious. Every time she exhaled, her head was just consumed in smoke. It was very funny. It was funny the way they did it. Yeah. Right. All right, number 2. I may have heard about this. I'm not sure. Anna Nicole Smith, You Don't Know Me.
I've heard
it's like a documentary about her.
I think so. Let's see. There have been a flurry of recent documentaries that attempt to recast so-called troubled pop culture figures as victims of rapacious tabloid culture, from Amy to framing Britney Spears.
Britney.
Docs also sought to humanize their subjects. Not so here. Ursula McFarlane's Netflix documentary about the trials of the late model and reality star Anna Nicole Smith is nothing more than an unsavory voyeurism with a shocking low opinion of its subject. By focusing solely on her scandals at the expense of her humanity, it's guilty of the very thing it's trying to condemn.
I just like the way they use the word rapacious. Never heard of that.
Rapacious.
I like that. That I like.
So are you ready for number one?
Let's hear. I can't wait to hear what this is.
Nah.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Get the out of here.
Yo.
Get out of here, bro.
Is that true? Is that
No,
true?
it's not true. It's
I'm about
not
to
true.
say. I'm surprised they didn't put it on the list. I'm surprised they liked it. Well, maybe they didn't.
Well,
even
this
watch
is a
it.
movie you did like, though.
What is
Uh-oh.
it?
And this is why I chose this list. Are you
Uh-oh.
ready?
What did I like? Is it on my top 10?
I don't know if it was on your top 10. It was not on your top 5. Winnie the
Okay.
Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Oh, come on. That was good.
It
That
was
was a
not.
cute-
You know what?
it
I
was a
agree with
cute
you. I
movie.
thought it was bad. I
It was
thought
a cute
bad.
movie. I liked it more than you people. I'll tell you that. That was a fun movie.
On
See, I
January.
thought-
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All I was gonna say was that should have been a movie that used CG instead of these stupid, terrible costumes. They could have just made
Costumes
CG.
were fun. The costumes were fun. The
No,
kills were fun. And
no.
they're making a sequel, bitch.
Oh no.
On January 1st, 2022, A.A. Milne's 1926 book, Winnie the Pooh, entered into the public domain, meaning anyone could adapt it into a movie. And that's precisely what director Ray's Frake Waterfield did here, shooting this slasher flick about Pooh and Piglet, now a pair of bloodthirsty murderers terrorizing college women, and Christopher Robin in 10 days on the budget of $100,000. It's unimaginative torture porn shock fest.
It's not torture
that
porn.
comes
I don't even like
across
that.
like the most banal of student films is a vulturine IP play.
Stop.
Yep.
Stop.
All facts. All of it.
Not
Every
torture
single
porn
bit.
because trust me, I don't even like those kind of movies. It
You
was a
watch
fun
Saw,
movie.
You like Saw.
I barely watched. I had to stop it halfway through and like go do something. I don't like the new
let's
songs.
share the picture of Winnie for the audience.
It's a great picture. But they're gonna change the now that they're making more money, they're gonna change the costumes on the next one, which
Oh,
I
I
don't
hope
like. I
so.
like the costumes then. I like these
As is.
costumes.
There's
He had
Winnie.
he had honey dripping from his mouth the whole time. It was fun.
Who is a slob?
I think it's kind of blasphemy.
I do.
Blasphemy. What is it? A movie? It's not called the Pope. It's not about the
Disrespectful.
Pope.
But I always look forward to Winnie. I mean, that was one of my
Oh,
kid
God.
favorite.
I
Well,
agree.
get ready.
No, I'm right there with you, man. I'm right there with you, man. Very.
Oh,
Hey, Winnie
this is what we hold sacred. Winnie.
Yes, Winnie. You can't
Got
fuck
even
around
got
with Winnie the
got even
Pooh.
got pants on.
Not just any Winnie, Winnie the Pooh.
He don't need pants. You're lucky it's a bear. Like, why does he have a shirt on?
Well, get ready because Mickey Mouse is in public domain now. Well, only one iteration. The original iteration of Mickey Mouse is in public domain from the first movie they made from Steamboat Willie. So they're making stuff about Mickey this year. They're gonna make at least.
No.
I know one horror movie's coming. I think it's called
Horror
Mickey Mouse
Mickey.
Trap. And then they're making the guy that I'm surprised they didn't put the Grinch movie on there that they made. I don't know if it came out last year though. Yeah, so there's gonna be Mickey Mouse movies. So everybody get up in arms about that. Oh, you can't.
I'm surprised that Disney doesn't have space lasers to just destroy the project in production.
Well, they might because they didn't drop yet. They didn't come out yet.
Okay.
I know they've
Disney
changed the
might went to them.
laws. They've changed the laws over and over to make sure that Mickey didn't get in public domain, and I guess it just ran out. They've done it before. I guess their time has come.
Yeah.
They're like, no, it's gotta be 40 years. No, let's make it 80 years.
Yeah, I think pretty much they did stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah,
unfortunate with copyright. It's
It
just
is.
gone off the chain.
Yep.
Because the idea behind it is that artists and writers, yes, should be able to make money on their art, but when it does become incorporated into the culture, that the time comes when it should be open to everybody to utilize.
Especially when the guy that created it is dead.
Yeah.
If the guy's dead,
But his family.
it should be pretty much, open.
Right.
Not immediately, but if the guy's dead, it should be taken under consideration. And
I thought it generally things would go in the public domain at 25 years, but
that's a little soon. 25 years?
It's a generation.
Okay, but I might still be alive. And now everybody's gonna eat off his stuff? No, not fucking 25
What
years.
is it? I think it's like 80 years now.
Yeah, let's make it 80 years is appropriate.
The two of you today are going to make me do a lot of bleeps. This is going to take a long time to edit this.
Sorry.
Should have got 2 different guys.
I'll stop. I'll control myself.
Different guys.
Yeah, well, I mean, you behaved yourself when Pat was on.
It's subconscious. I don't do it on purpose.
It's different.
Because I got manners subconsciously. I don't really plan. I just go, okay, I'm gonna.
Because there's a woman around. That's why.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. So let's go on to something else.
Let's do that.
So I found this this list of worst TV shows.
Oh God, it's probably endless.
And I just want to know if I know I know there's at least 2 on there that you guys probably know. I'm just going to read them off without the descriptions, one right after another.
That's great.
And you just say no or yes if you knew that they were on TV.
Okay. Golden Girls better not be on that list. That's all I'm telling you.
Now, this is new TV shows in 2023.
Golden
Secret
Girls.
Invasion.
Never heard of it.
Fubar.
Never heard of it.
Fatal Attraction.
Didn't know they made that.
Oh, you knew that was on TV. Okay.
I heard they're canceling that, right?
Fatal Attraction.
I think they're going to cancel that. Or they're not going to renew it. I did hear about that. I did. I read about
True
it.
Lies.
Never heard of it.
Saint X or Saint 10.
What? No. What is that? What is that? Elon Musk kid's name?
No. If we had to name the killer of Saint X, the murder weapons would be in the hands of the plot, the dialogue, and the excruciating pacing.
Oh, who wrote that?
This is Digital Trends.
Oh, that was scathing right there.
Yeah,
that was nasty.
And you know what the funny thing about this list is under each one, under Saint X, it says, "Don't watch Saint X on Hulu."
Hulu sucks. I hate Hulu.
Well, they're doing that for each one of them,
right?
Like another one is, "Don't watch Fatal Attraction on Paramount Plus."
Right. Also, Paramount Plus is not the best.
No. All right. So number 5 is Citadel. Did you ever hear of that?
Never heard of it. Sounds like
number 4 is That 90s Show.
I did hear about that. I think Justin approves of it a little bit.
I approve of it a little bit. I did see
what did they remake
a couple
it?
Episodes. Yeah.
No, they didn't remake it, but they made another one.
They did another one.
What did it sound like?
The parents were basically the main characters that were brought back, and people from the original show made guest appearances, and then there was a cast of younger kids.
Oh, okay.
And the mother and the father really carried the whole show.
They're still alive?
I don't know if they're going to cancel it or not.
No, yes, they're alive.
The parents from the original are still alive?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they're still good. They're still very funny.
Good for them. They're getting a nice check. I like that.
Unless they're CG now.
I hope they don't cancel this. Get them paid.
Yeah. So
I haven't heard anything really bad about it.
So number 3 is The Idol.
Oh yeah, people hate that.
Do they?
No, I don't know about that.
Mo loved that though. That show sucked.
So I'll read.
Big numbers though. Got big numbers.
Some have gone so far as to call The Idol one of the worst TV shows ever made.
Yeah,
that's a stretch considering that we think it's only the 3rd worst series on TV this year. But it's proof that even HBO can have a massive misfire. Johnny Depp's daughter, Lily Rose Depp, goes full Nepo baby as Jocelyn, a pop star whose life and career are spiraling out of control. That sends Jocelyn straight into the arms of the Weeknd's Tedros a sleazy dude who soon takes control of Jocelyn in every way he can. HBO was quick to pull the plug after only one season. The only real surprise is that the show is still streaming on Max.
Yeah, it was not a good one. People were not happy with that.
All right. The next one, Gotham Knights.
Oh yeah, I heard
heard of
about it. I heard
it
about
bad?
it, but I never
Actually
watched it.
that bad?
People were all over that trailer.
Oh man.
All right. This is a longer one.
It's just the fucking kids of everybody, and they get.
Okay.
It's like the Catwoman's kid, I think, right? Isn't that what it is?
TV networks seem to love the idea of doing Batman series without Batman. Even Max has a Penguin series spinning out of the Batman in 2024, which comes only a year after Max canceled Pennyworth. That was boring as heck.
Like, why would you do that? A Pennyworth show?
Yeah.
Come on.
It was about
it's about Alfred.
Alfred, yeah.
It's like when he was younger, right?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, get a new idea.
The 2003. Go ahead, EJ.
I was gonna say I heard Pennyworth and I thought it was gonna be like an origin story for it or something.
No, that's Pennywise. That's Pennywise.
Okay.
They are doing something like that though with it this year. I think
I'd watch it.
Called. I think it's called like Welcome to Dairy or something. Forgot what it's called. I'll tell you what it's called.
In a minute.
All right, so the 2003 Birds of Prey TV series and Batwoman both concocted reasons for Batman to have fled Gotham City, but none of these Bat pretenders had the gall of Gotham Knights, which immediately killed off Bruce Wayne and his famed adoptive son for the crime. And then it goes on.
Who is it? The kids or I forgot? Is it the kids of everybody, or is it them as kids?
Okay, if you know Batman comics, then you're well aware that Bruce Wayne has no shortage of surrogate sons. Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, and Tim Drake, aka the first three Robins. Bruce's biological son is Damian Wayne, the current Robin in the comics. However, the people behind Gotham Knights decided to introduce a new adoptive son for Bruce, Turner Hayes, who has nothing close to a compelling personality like his predecessors.
Okay, I knew it was somebody's son.
Yeah, the series was on the wrong track from the start. It never captured the essence of the supporting characters, including Duella, Carrie Kelly, Harper Row, Cullen Rowe, and Stephanie Brown. However, Misha Collins as Harvey Dent wasn't a bad choice at all. So apparently those are other people's kids.
Okay. Yeah. It's like a second gen, third gen show.
That sounds bad.
Yeah, people were not happy with the trailer.
You can't have Batman without Batman.
Right? That's what they've been doing.
Don't add up. Then that's why it's bad, because you need Batman.
What they've been doing.
Make a different series then.
They can't form a single idea that isn't related to some IP that is already existing.
So what was that series with Batwing
Batwing?
Or Nightwing?
I don't know.
You know, it was it was the young man that could turn into a tiger.
Oh, you're talking about Titans?
The Titans.
Yeah. But like, Batwing is a real thing.
I didn't even like Batman in that.
I don't remember. I never.
You know,
watched
the
Titans.
way they portrayed him is that he didn't really, he was kind of wanting to get out of being Batman and this and that. I'm tired of these superheroes having all these feelings. I want the superheroes when I was growing up, where they were the heroes.
That's it.
They were super
melodrama.
see, you would like Batman Beyond then, because there is no like, I don't want to be Batman. Like literally, Batman is too old to be Batman, so like he gets his ass whooped.
I mean, did you ever watch like the old Supermans? No. Like that guy with the guy with a gut, in tights and a cape. You know,
the old
old. I mean, that guy was more super than 80% of the heroes that they film now.
Yeah. It's
ridiculous.
Because
he was Superman,
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
The new Batman was crying. What's his name? Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
Just crying every 5 minutes.
I'll tell you something right now, Batman, don't cry.
My parents were working with the Court of Owls. I was like, what the fuck? His mascara's running. I'm like, are you serious? Like, no, but you don't understand the emotional depths that Batman can go to in this day and age. Like, no, I don't want that.
In this day and age.
He goes out, he beats people up, he courts women. That's it. And he makes business moves. He goes to the boy. What are we doing today?
Big business.
What are we doing today, Alfred? We're gonna do this. All right, cool. All right, we'll do that. I approve of this. I'm gonna go this chick right now. I'll be back, and then I gotta go kick Penguin's ass. 3 things. You need to do 3 things. And he's in the cave. Fast forward to Robert Pat. God, he's looking at his mask, crying. Oh, I don't know if I can. My parents were working with evil people. Like, God, yo. Enough. Like, who wants to dress up as Batman if he's acting like that?
Yeah.
I would have never wanted to be Batman if
that
he
Batman
was like that when I was growing
can't
up.
Save Gotham, man.
No.
Because, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, if you know if I'm wrong. But wasn't the original Batman portrayed as somewhat psychotic?
I don't recall, but I'm sure.
I mean, you can't be all there if you were running around beating up people all night.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
All right. So, are you ready for number 1?
Let's hear it.
This is why I picked this list.
Uh-oh.
Velma.
Oh, yeah, that's easy. Easy.
That is the worst
Nobody like that. Nobody like that.
You know what? What me and you said before, Rich, about how Winnie the Pooh should be untouchable. I think Scooby-Doo should have been untouchable, bro. But somehow they mangled Scooby-Doo.
The worst thing that they could do, besides taking a pre-existing IP and just making something else, is taking that IP and then changing it.
Pastor, you want to talk about someone destroying my childhood? They did it when they made Velma. They made
Velma like some kind of SJW, like, super.
And it's not that she was black. Like, I don't care that she's black, even though that's weird, but I don't care.
She was Indian, right?
Like, the story was just terrible. Like,
it's like the whole trailer was based upon, racism and sexism, and it's like
my man Shaggy dirty. This made him like some stupid pothead. He don't know what's going on half the time.
Isn't that what Shaggy was a stupid pothead that didn't know what was going to have time? What are you talking about?
Yeah, but like
that's what he literally was. During the investigations, he was always like, I'm gonna go make a sandwich. Like, what did he even?
That's good.
Well, he was they were the comic relief.
That's what I'm saying. But you said he was a stupid pothead. Bro. That's what he was.
Shaggy's like sad now. Like, he's not even funny. Like, Scooby's not Scooby. Like,
isn't Scooby like not even there?
Velma, but like, you can't.
Isn't Scooby like not even around?
Yeah, I only watched, I think, 1.5 episodes.
And Scooby wasn't even there, I heard. He was like barely around. He was like a puppy or something.
It's nonsense, man.
That was bad. That was last year?
Yeah, that was 2023.
A long year.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What
a year of garbage.
Yeah, that trailer was awful.
Read the first paragraph.
Oh boy.
Velma may be the most mean-spirited reboot we've ever seen. It's as if the show was created by people who absolutely despise Scooby-Doo.
Exactly.
This isn't the first time these characters have been put in adult situation, but Robot Chicken and Harvey Birdman treated Scooby-Doo and his pals with more respect than Velma.
Bro, Harvey Birdman's a good show, man. I don't know if you've seen it. Sorry for the sidetrack, but I think you'd like it, Rich. It's pretty funny.
Harvey Birdman?
Yeah, he's pretty much just a lawyer. And he takes cases for a lot of like old school cartoon characters. Like there was one with George Jetson. There was one with like Johnny Quest.
Oh, okay.
It's funny. It's really funny.
This show's humor falls flat. The writing is beyond clunky, and no one on this series rings true to their original characters.
The story of the last 2 years.
This is not like nobody is who they were or are supposed to be. Like they're just Fred's like I don't know what's up with Fred. He's different. He's too different.
So let me read the last sentence. I think it's kind of amusing. But Velma deserves all the hate that it gets. This is the worst series of 2023, and if anything should have been cut by Warner Brothers Discovery and buried forever for tax purposes, it's Velma.
A lot of people would agree.
I agree.
A lot of people would agree.
Yeah.
How can you be a writer on that show and be like happy?
Lame.
Like I would have told them take my name all out of the credits. Like,
well, they feel like they're doing something good because they're fighting against
not good.
They're fighting against social issues. They're like, oh my god,
you make a new show to fight with your social.
No,
issues.
they can't because nobody will watch it. Nobody's gonna watch it.
Into a garbage heap. Okay,
they do that because they know. First of all, they're not creative enough to make something new. And they also know nobody's going to watch it, so they eject their agendas into current IPs so that people can watch it. And then they can. Oh, people are pissed off about Star Wars. You heard that?
No, what's going on with that?
They got some new chick to write it, and everybody's like, this is like just basically a big like diversity hire, basically.
Oh no!
It looks like maybe it's like some Spanish chick or something to write it. And everybody's just like, why? I don't think she has any background. I don't quote me on this part, but I don't know if she has any background in like this type of material.
Well, has she released anything yet?
I don't know. It was big news like 2 days ago.
Okay.
But she's working on the new Star Wars, and I don't know. She might have made some comments that pissed people off.
Okay. All right.
But it just seems like one of those hires where they're just like, oh, we're just gonna hire this person that has nothing to do with this.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you something right now, bro. Even the live action Scooby-Doo movies that were kind of bad were better than this.
People love those movies.
Well, speaking along these terms, Thomas, you sent me the clip of that one guy reviewing Doctor Who, and the title of it was "Doctor Who is Dead." Right. And seeing the first episode with the new Doctor, I agree. It's dead. It's gone.
R.I.P. Doctor Who.
DOA.
Yeah, it's I definitely do not have an issue that Doctor Who is black.
Yeah, like that's not the problem. It's just that the writing is bad.
I don't have an issue that Doctor Who is black and gay.
Well, you can't have one without the other these days.
Well, I do. Well, I do have. Well, I guess I do have an issue.
If someone's going to be a minority these days,
gay.
They have to also be of some other sexual orientation. Like you can't just have another race involved. They got to be. Well, they got to add. If they're going to be Asian, they got to be a gay Asian now. And they have to be. They got to be a trans Spanish.
I know. Let me reel that back because I've said this a number of times, a number of people, that it seems that everything you seem to watch, that if there is a black man on the screen, that he's either gay or he's with a white woman.
Not just men, women too. I forgot what show I was watching where there was like one black chick in the show. They just brought her in, and she was like in middle school for real, like in the show. It was one of those, I forgot what show it was. But they brought her in, and I was like, all right, just like some kid. She's like, oh, I want to be your apprentice and everything. And then all of a sudden she's a lesbian. I'm like, what does that have to do with like anything? Mm-hmm. What does that have to do with the story at all?
Yeah.
Like,
she just doesn't even say anything.
Yeah, she just like every time there's a minority on the screen right now, they have to add something else. Like, oh, they're missing an eye. Oh, they're disabled now. Oh, they're gay and they're gay in a wheelchair. Like enough.
Yeah, I mean, and
don't put that on us in the VR community. Leave us alone.
Well,
it's just it's so transparent that they're just trying to shove everything in, shove it down your throat. They're just trying to, just shoehorn all this stuff, and instead of doing it in a creative way, there's nothing wrong with any sexual orientation being in a movie. There's nothing wrong. I mean, I don't even
think the people they're pandering to even like it.
I've watched Hallmark movies where the subject was a gay guy. No problem. Oh, the gay guy's there's a guy living across the hall. He's in love. I'm sitting there. What? There's nothing wrong with that because they made the movie about that. But then when you're gonna make Velma or something, and then you're just gonna make a pre-existing character, all of a sudden, oh no, they're gay. They're gay now. It's like that. You're just obviously shoehorning this in a very uncreative way.
Yeah.
They made Shaggy a simp.
Like, come on. And if you're gonna make this stuff, do it right.
Mm-hmm.
Do it organically.
And even with the other Doctor Who, that I read some commentary about the fact that Doctor Who had, that there was like love tension between him and Rose when they rebooted Doctor Who.
Right.
And that it was an effort to bring more people in to watch Doctor Who. But the Doctor Who that I watched, the first episode with this new doctor, you saw Disney all over it.
Oh, God.
You saw Disney all over it. The diversity was there in mass. So fine, there are characters who are this or characters are that. But then, the thing about Doctor Who is that the enemies that Doctor Who would fight were always had some kind of they were sinister in some kind of way, and you could feel it while the episode was going on. It put you some fear, and is Doctor Who going to win?
That's what a good show would do.
And so the Doctor meets his new companion. She doesn't question anything. She doesn't question the gremlins. She doesn't question this ship that can fly through the air. And then they go up onto the ship, and it looks like a ship. It looks like a ship that would be on an ocean, like an old-time ship with sails. They end up there, and they end up doing a musical number with the gremlins.
Oh,
God.
Lord. I hate musicals.
And people try to justify this by saying that, the Christmas special has always been traditionally kind of lighthearted. That is incorrect. The thing that got me hooked on Doctor Who is when a friend of mine texted me a link to watch the Christmas special. This one year when David Tennant was the Doctor, and it had action. They had the Cybermen, which are one of the most sinister villains, or the enemies of the Doctor. The humans that were working with the Cybermen were, pretty scary characters. And it was just fantastic television. And now I'm not going to watch this.
Damn, you guys lost another fan.
Yeah. It's too bad. I really had high hopes that Russell Davies was coming back to the show, but he's down with all of this, all these changes. Then because people didn't like it, that they're now saying that it's because people are racist, or homophobic.
That's the answer. That's what they go to.
Exactly.
And it's like, well, you're not serving us. Can't you serve us up Doctor Who? Can't you serve up the black gay Doctor Who and still give us Doctor Who? No, you can't. You got to change everything.
And I forgot to mention in that show I was talking about where they had the black chick that was a lesbian. She wasn't the only black chick in the show. There was a black guy in the show, but he was gay. Like the only two. You had two black people on the show, and both of them were gay. Like, what message are you trying to send here? You know what I mean? Like, for real, both black people on the show were gay. The only two. There's white people all over the place. All of them are straight that I could remember. It was ridiculous. And I did like the show. I mean, those two things I'm not like, oh, yeah. And then remember, that was the show where I said that they had the guys wrestling. The kids were wrestling. That shit was crazy. So the girl in the show was a psychic, right? And one of the kids, she was like, oh, I'm going to work at prom. So she goes to the prom, and the kid goes up to her. He's like, will I be with my boyfriend, right? And she's like, oh, let me see. So she like puts her hands on the kid's hand, and she sees a vision of the kid wrestling the guy like in a an amateur wrestling match in the school in front of everybody. So they're wrestling, and the kid goes, will you be my boyfriend? And the kid he's wrestling goes, yes. And they start making out during the wrestling match. What the?
Oh,
Like,
you told me about that. Didn't
yes,
like everybody, all the spectators start cheering?
There's a
like
time
everybody goes, yes, yeah. Like, when would that have ever happened? I wrestled so
a
much, bro.
time and place for everything, and that is not
Bro,
the
if
place
I
or
was
the
gay,
time.
right? If I was gay,
Bro, if you did that, I swear to God, I'd be like, get your head in the game. We gotta win.
If I was gay, the last place I would want to admit my feelings to a guy is during the wrestling match. Like, this is only gonna be like 10 minutes. This could wait. I'm gonna beat your ass first.
Yeah,
I have never
I
seen
can tell
something,
you in the locker room.
bro. I had never seen something so because it wasn't like it was like a fantasy. That was what was gonna happen in the kid's life. It was like a vision of what was supposed to happen. Like, it was insane, this show, and I did like it. And I'm not the kind of person like I would look past some stupid stuff to finish a show. Like, I'm like, whatever. But it was insane. It was insane. That's today's day and age, though. That's today. Like, the kid in Goosebumps was gay, and I had like no issue about it. It was just like a new kid, you know. He was gay. It wasn't like
He
a
was one of
huge
my
deal.
favorite characters. He was one of my favorite
Yeah,
characters.
he was actually our favorite character.
Uh-huh.
We had no issue with it at all. He was actually the funniest guy. No issue.
But that's what it is. It's because his whole being wasn't just that he was gay.
Yeah,
Like
it wasn't like his existence was him
he
being
had shit
gay.
going for him outside of being gay, and that's
Yeah.
what we need. We
That's right.
Your whole character arc can't just be that you're gay.
No, it was part of the story. He
something
went back
more.
in time so he can like make out with this guy, and it wasn't like it wasn't a big deal. You know, they didn't make Slappy gay. That'd have been crazy.
All right,
It's
so
just
let's
family,
go
man.
on to the next topic.
Yeah, we're getting a little crazy.
There's one more top 10 list and a video I'd like to share with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so this is the top 10 worst things that happened in 2023.
Okay.
And I'll just read
There's
them
a
very
lot.
quickly. The Israel Hamas conflict, the Russia-Ukraine conflict, toxic chemical explosion in East Palestine, Ohio,
That was
the
crazy.
Hawaiian wildfires, the 7.8 magnitude earthquake in Turkey and Syria. Damar Hamlin goes into cardiac arrest during a football game.
Yep.
The California floods, Palacio do Planalto invasion. I don't know what that is. Drone strike on the Kremlin. And number 10.
Velma.
That's funny, but it's not Velma. It's the Titan submersible incident.
Oh, they gotta stop, bro. They gotta. Sure, it was sad, but they knew what they were signing up
It's
for.
not that sad. It's sad.
It's
for
sad that
the
it could have
kid
been prevented.
that got dragged on by his father. Everybody else was like 60 years old, 40 years old, knew damn well what they were doing, got in the submarine with a PlayStation 2 controller.
I was about to say, when you see the PlayStation
to
controller,
look at something you could have easily looked at on YouTube, because as Pastor and I said, the Discovery Channel went down and looked at the Titanic every year and did a special on it. Hey, you ain't gonna see nothing, okay? I was not that bent out of shape about it until I found out that the teenager that went on there was dragged on there. Anybody that was dragged on there against their will, I feel very bad for. If you went on that, I mean, listen, your brain is developed like at 25, okay? After that, you going on some submarines and stuff? See ya! That's your prerogative, buddy, okay? A bunch of rich people went on and they got scammed by this freaking weirdo
who cut corners.
Yeah, cut corners, and everybody knew. And everybody knew. I mean, the guy's friend that I think had the son called him and said, "Hey, this guy's a weird guy. He's cutting corners. He's using this instead." Hey, oh, don't worry about it. Don't sweat it. It's gonna be fine. Well, I mean, particles. You're particles now. There's nothing we could do about that. Dust.
That's
the worst thing. Like the railroad was the worst thing to happen. Like to me, the railroad. That was one of the saddest things I've seen.
Yeah, I mean, from an American point of view, I think the railroad and Hawaiian fires should have been.
We're talking about on home turf.
The railroad is the one that where the toxic
chemicals,
happened, right?
yeah.
The chemicals got spilled.
Yeah.
That
we're talking home turf, Hawaii, and the railroad incident.
Yeah.
Did you see that in Hawaii, the president or whatever, they were like, "Oh, we're not going to do fireworks this year," and then everybody blew off there. It was like it was just like endless fireworks in the sky because they were like, "F you, we don't care. We're gonna blow off our fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna tell us about
our house already got burnt.
It was just blah, 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 blah. It was beautiful, actually. It was great. Somebody took a video of it from like really far away, and you could just see the endless fireworks going off. It was great. Like, you ain't gonna tell us what to do.
11:59, so it begins.
No. My man said the submarine incident.
Mm-hmm.
Who made this? What publication? Because we need to boycott them.
I think Velma was a bigger tragedy.
The Rolling Stone?
No. Hold on just a second.
Unbelievable that they don't think Velma was a tragedy.
My man's tripping.
It's a website called the Top Tens.
Ugh.
Oh my God, how insane. They really said like everything that they listed before that affected thousands of people.
Uh-huh.
The submarine was like 5 people.
Yeah.
I guess in their family, their media family that just lost somebody.
That's true. It still doesn't amount to thousands though.
Yeah. Well, we always need to weep a tear for millionaires and billionaires.
That's right. That's right.
Don't forget that.
I'm surprised they didn't put Elon Musk buying Twitter and they didn't get real crazy.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I think Twitter's even better now. You see the fact checking
they put
stuff?
that. Oh, they've got other. I didn't realize it went past 10.
What? It's called top 10 and they go past 10?
Yeah.
Come on, it's very off-brand.
They have a plane crash. They have COVID.
COVID?
A new COVID variant.
Who did that affect?
Earthquake.
There was an earthquake, I think at the end
Texas mall shooting, and they're worried about those people on that submarine.
Bruh.
Nashville elementary school shooting.
Oh my God, another one?
Wasn't there just one like the other day? Somebody got shot up?
I missed it if there was.
I don't know about that, but I know there was a recent earthquake in Japan. That should have been on the list. I think that's
2024 though. It happened like 3 days ago.
I don't. Was it? I thought it was like at the end of the year, last year.
I think it was like the first of the month, the first of the year. I think it was like the first or the second. It just happened.
Because that one was bad.
I'm pretty sure that just happened.
Did you see that plane crash in Japan?
Nah, I heard about
it. Like the people on the plane survived.
Yeah, except the pilots. I think the only pilots died.
What kind of planes do they got that people are surviving?
I don't know.
I think it's the way that the pilot brought it down.
That's right.
Well, let's not go down that road, because let's wrap up this episode with I have a special video for Griddy and EJ.
Yay!
And it was sent in to the show by the friend of the show, by the woman that gifted me SH*TS and giggles, Rebecca.
Love Rebecca.
So we have a message from Rebecca.
Everybody loves
EJ.
Rebecca except Mo.
EJ and Griddy.
Okay, let's see this.
I completely forgot I was supposed to jump on here, but I just want to say real quick, Griddy, you're not funny at all.
Here we go.
Sorry, I've told you before. And I
Here we go.
get the feeling that you know a lot about stranger danger. EJ, you're doing great. You're awesome, dude. And you're fantastic in the Bible podcast. You're killing it. Don't let Griddy tear you down. Happy New Year. Hey, kid, say you're not funny.
You're not funny.
Oh, that's rude. That is so rude.
You're not funny.
I was on their side
That's it.
about the cake. That is incredibly rude, disrespectful.
You're not funny, dude. That's it.
That's it.
Even
It's
the children.
not for everybody.
Even the children don't think you're funny.
I'm not for everybody.
Well,
You can't win them all.
Thank
You can't win them all.
I
win,
praise.
so
I'm gonna still
Thank
stick
you.
with my Rebecca praise. I can't say
All
anything
right,
bad.
all right.
I got nothing bad to say.
even though you're that's good. I'm glad. It shows.
can't point
It
out-
shows your character.
I can't say
You're
anything bad.
growing.
Well, we end the show the same way every time, with a prayer. So let us pray.
Right.
And Father God, we thank you for the opportunity to do this podcast. I thank EJ and Griddy for being here. And that, God, I ask that you bless the both of them. And that, God, we ask a blessing on those that will watch and that will listen. And that may 2024 be a better year for each and every one of us. And that, God, may we be guided by a power greater than ourselves. And I pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.
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 Good night.
GN.
Not funny. You are just not funny, bro. That's it.
What can I say?
There's nothing you can say because it's not funny.
I don't
Doesn't
think
matter
I'm-
what you say. It's just not fucking
Kathleen
funny.
thinks I'm funny.
Well, she don't know who the real you.
Did she
The
say?
real
Did
you-
she imply that I kidnap children?
No, I think she was implying that you've been touched.
That I've been touched?
Yeah.
I've been
She
molested?
said, I think you know a little bit about stranger danger.
Like I've been molested? She's saying?
Yeah,
I think
that's-
so. I think
That's
so.
insane.